it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island. Hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Marianne Aidala, Arthur's mother, you don't have to get back to me, but you did a fantabulous job, and Juliet Papa couldn't have been better, and Ken Rosado, it was beautiful. The only thing I wish I would have seen you in the club. Juliet came in the club for a few minutes, but I know you said you were going out to your mom, so that's more important. Familia, familia, familia. And you're with your son, that's the most important thing.
I figure she wants to stress
world.
that.
And Arthur said he learned more from his grandparents than anybody else. So I hope we get together to break bread. And I love the fact that you don't use the word hate. When I was teaching, I always told the kids the only thing we hate is the devil. And I'm so proud of you that that's how you are. Whatever you are, Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever, hate doesn't exist. We're all God's people. I even spoke to the cardinal that day, and there's a big problem in the church, and I said to the cardinal, remember, we go to church for the big picture. And he hugged me and he kissed me, so it's all good. And I just feel bad that I didn't go to the cruise, and because I wanted, of course, make the sign of the cross with the holy water and tell Al, don't worry, I won't put it on him so his arm doesn't sizzle. And I like when you don't say anything bad about people, because God didn't want it to be that way. I hate when they say, took this one. It's no good. It's no good. Be positive all the time. I learned that from my grandparents. Non didn't end it, male. You understand. Don't say anything bad. Non didn't end it, male. Okay, we love you, we love you, we love you, and I hope we see you soon.
There it is. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I have to tell you, driving with my mom, did one-on-one down the shore through the Pine Barrens of Jersey. I said, Marianne Aidala, Arthur's mom called. Let's listen, because I didn't get a chance to go to my phone. I punched it up. My mother was so impressed with that. Your mom made me look like such a star with my mom, because that's from the heart.
My mother only knows how to speak from the heart, number one.
So thank you, Marianne. I love you. Thank you.
I'm really proud of you, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
I'm really
man.
proud of you, Joe, which is true.
And she said, and when you made the sign of the cross, when we went through, Arthur Aidala's with us live, Marianne's kid, and when we went by the Statue of Liberty, and you made the sign of the cross, we chuckled, we laughed, we joked about it. But your relatives did that.
That's as genuine a reaction from me as possible. I am blessed that I have the gene of appreciation.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the
humility
glass
too,
is always half full. Let me tell you something, Joe. I just walked through the revolving doors to come into this building with tremendous pride. Like, I'm so proud to be with Frank and Al and you. I mean, it's a special thing. Guys love you. People love you. Women love you. I mean, on the radio show, not you. People listen to you all the time. I called the car service this morning to pick me up to bring me here. Like, we hear you on the radio all the time. I mean, it's great stuff. So
wait, we paid for a car service?
And no, you didn't pay for a car. You're crazy. You don't want to you don't want to break the bank. But yes, that message is priceless. And, I am blessed, as are you, Joe, because you put a picture of you and your mom on Facebook recently.
Yeah.
If you want to dig down a little deeper, when I go to 100 Center Street, which is the criminal courthouse, or 120 Skimmerhorn Street, which is the lower level crimes, it's maybe stealing a car, breaking a window, stealing a Snickers bar. And if you see who are there, the majority of people there are young people, unfortunately, of color. Overwhelmingly, by the way. And you know what's missing from their life usually?
The father.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so simple. I mean, it's like Luca, who's 12, can figure it out. Like, what doesn't match here? It's like there's no dad, there's no leadership, there's no mentorism, and there's no fear. Joe, by the way, there's no fear. I don't know about you, but to this day, I'm still afraid of my father. Right? I mean, I went to his house. He's 80 years old. I went to ask him a legal question. He's sitting there, and obviously, physically, he's not what he used to be. But there's still that enormous respect and that fear that if you do something that you're not supposed to do, it used to be pain, and now it's disappointment. And that with the kids today. I mean, my friend told me that his son, basically cursed him out. like use the F word.
Wow.
I just said to him, I go, bro, if I ever did that to my father in 1979, I said, if I was here, you see all these teeth? They would all be screwed into my jaw because my real teeth would have been knocked out of my mouth. But that's gone now. There's none of that going on today, and that's a problem.
Yeah, I think it's family. I think it's a family thing, and it's also about sociologically. You have to think about how women. Although your mother worked, though she was
the whole
a
time,
teacher.
but she was a school teacher. That's a different because she worked the same time
But
I was
she
in
was-
school.
Oh, so was she home when you came
We'd
home?
leave together, yeah. If she wasn't home exactly when I got home, 10 minutes later. I mean, so yes, she worked, and I felt like she never worked, and that was special. But you are right, Joe. There are economic pressures now that didn't exist because we all need all of this super duper stuff.
Something, man.
Somehow or another, people back in the 40s and 50s, they were thrilled. Kellyanne Conway said it when we went to the Italian-American event.
She said it so
They were
beautifully.
so happy to have a roof over their head and have something to eat, and that's all they didn't need a Rolex. They didn't need a Mercedes.
And then I'm on the Upper East Side with Allie, my daughter, going to college, and we're at lunch, and I'm looking, and the baby's going by, being pushed in strollers. They're
Not
not
by the
mothers.
mothers,
Not by the mothers.
You know who-
If I saw you, I could just tell. You could say a nanny, and it wasn't that though. There was another color. It wasn't. You could just say there was an outfit, a nanny outfit. There were no mothers pushing these babies
who
on the
does
whole
that?
Upper East Side.
When Tony LoBianco does the LaGuardia Fiorello thing,
brilliant.
he does a whole segment on how we're not raising our own children, et cetera, et cetera.
It's so true.
So let's talk about what's going on in the news, Joe.
You know
What's
what,
up?
Avenatti, first of all, you and I are so proud to be Italian-Americans. I know you got to fight the way my dear friend Anthony Pope fights, the way Judge Napolitano has the legal acumen to break down what's happening. But when Avenatti shows up, this is Joe talking, it's such an embarrassment
Well,
for me.
he overplayed his hand. I mean, the bottom line is, look, Joe.
Stormy Daniels' lawyer, by the way, who now the case got thrown out against Donald Trump.
He's a very successful.
Is he?
Yes. He's got a yes. He did a lot of personal injury work. He made a lot of money for himself. The guy's thinking about self-funding a run for president of the United States. I mean, that's an insane amount of money you need to have. But yeah, he really. He went overboard. That's the simplest way to say it. Is he went overboard, and he really became a celebrity and not a lawyer. And I've been so fortunate to have him. Whether it's my father, whether it's Geraldo Rivera, whether it's Justice Antonin Scalia, to always say to me, Arthur, always remember you're a lawyer first, and everything else. And Mr. Avenatti has now kind of shed his lawyerly hat, and he's on the Stephen Colbert show, and he's doing late night.
Colbert booked that guy?
Yeah, one of those
Colbert
guys.
booked that
Oh,
guy?
yeah. Are you kidding me? It's right in his wheelhouse. Colbert's #1 right now because all he's doing is ragging on Trump for 90 minutes, however long his show is. And, he literally has been going to Iowa, by the way, Avenatti, and testing the waters to run for president of the United States. So he screwed up big time with the Kavanaugh thing, saying he has this woman who has all of these stories. Now this defamation suit gets thrown out. A little comeuppance. I mean, I watched him. You want to talk about personal? You know how much we love Dershowitz. I watched Dershowitz and Avenatti go on it on one of those Sunday morning shows. I was jumping up and down, like screaming at the TV.
By the way, how was that 70th birthday party there? And we talked to Avi.
80.
He's 80. Look at that.
70 was 10 years
You got to
ago.
tell him I said that. He looks
80.
great. He looks great. But he
he's
said to me,
working hard.
I'm going to have to invite you to my 85th. Thank you. Thanks, Avi.
Joe,
You were there, Geraldo. You went with Geraldo.
Right. You're going to Martha's Vineyard, Joe? Because you're twiddling your thumbs at home with nothing to do.
It's nice to be invited.
It's
nice to be invited.
That's another thing. Like the New Year's Eve
That's
bash.
right. That's right.
Hey,
You got to stick around after Gallagher and tell us what the Rivera bat mitzvah was like.
That was
we weren't invited to.
That I wish you would have gotten
In Cleveland?
In Cleveland.
You went
it
to
was
Cleveland?
insane.
That's great,
Those,
man.
these are the people you and I are talking about who we know we have common friends. They're
yeah.
spectacular people. Throw politics out. Geraldo Rivera, Alan Dershowitz, these are special people. And, Joe, I'm thinking about coming up with a new bumper sticker.
Uh-oh, here we go.
No, it's very simple.
Good one.
About the Midtown and the midterm elections. It's very, it's the way I operate. I vote the person, not the party. #common sense.
Yeah, good. I love it.
In other words, I want the person who's going to actually get something done and who shares a common morals and values.
You're right. Hey, Arthur, I got to tell you, when we talked about Bob Menendez and he was going through his legal problems, you said, I don't know that they have the case. You said it. You were the first to say it. Let's jump to Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein, now one case was thrown out. Another case was a little iffy. Argento. Is this guy going to walk now?
The thing with Menendez was they were criminalizing friendship and friends doing favors for each other. So when we went to Martha's Vineyard, Geraldo and I, for Dershowitz's thing, Geraldo has made a little more than I have. So when the hotel bill comes, he just grabs the whole bill.
Wow.
I was there one night.
Wow.
God bless him. And now, if I was a United States senator, they'd be saying, that's a crime because then you gave Geraldo's daughter a tour of the Oval Office. Yeah. So that was with Menendez. With Weinstein, look, I know all of these prosecutors, and I'm going to take the fifth on my opinion of some of them. But if this case goes sideways, this will be the second major sex case that the Manhattan DA had. DSK, also involving Ben Brafman, a spectacular criminal defense attorney. That was an international case. They had to drop it. And now this one, when you have three people who are making a complaint and one of them turns out to be a liar and inaccurate, the cross-examination is, well, detective, you believed all three and you believed they were all telling the truth and you were 100% wrong about one of them, correct? Correct. Then if you are 100% wrong on one of them, how do you know you're not 100% wrong on all three? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's a reasonable doubt. Walk my client out. He's going to make more pictures, more movies, Pulp Fiction in the house.
Oh, my gosh. Arthur Aidala right there. Marianne, we love you. We love you, Arthur.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.